Hello and welcome to another video. Now in this video, I wanted to show you how I was able to turn $6,000 into $9,000 in just a matter of minutes. And yes, you should be skeptical initially because that sounds too good to be true. And of course, there are risks involved and different caveats. But basically, in a nutshell, this involves opening a collateralized debt position and then yield farming the borrowed funds. This has allowed me to turn $6,000 yield farming into $9,000 that is actively earning yield. I am doing this through Sphere Finance's Preon. This is a collateralized debt position protocol with the STAR stablecoin, and I have deposited both ST-MATIC and WST-MATIC into their vaults in order to borrow the STAR stablecoin. Now, of course, both ST-MATIC and WST ETH are themselves yield-bearing, so while my collateral is deposited, I am still earning that yield by that underlying asset, which is why the $6,000 I have distributed to both of these collectively is still earning yield even while deposited into these vaults. So if we click into the ST-MATIC vault, you can see that I have a little over $2,000 of collateral deposited. That is $2,000 of ST-MATIC that is still earning yield through the staking mechanism of MATIC. In addition, I have taken out $1,000 of STAR debt that I have yield farming. This process of depositing collateral and taking out that debt, again, takes minutes to do. All you have to do is come down and adjust your position or open your position. It's very easy. It's very intuitive. I can increase collateral. I can decrease collateral. I can also increase and decrease my debt if I need to pay it off or if my position is getting too risky, because if my LTV goes too high, I will be at risk of liquidation, which means that I can lose my collateral. So yes, this is a financial method that is very effective and profitable. However, risks are involved. And in this case, I am opening a collateralized debt position and I am at risk of liquidation if I let this LTV go too high. For example, if the price of ST-MATIC drops too low. So that is something I always have to be cognizant of. And if we go down to the WST ETH Nebula Vault, you can see I have just under $4,000 worth of collateral here and just under $2,000 worth of debt from my WST ETH collateral. And again, just like with my ST-MATIC, my WST ETH is still earning the validator ETH rewards automatically through the mechanism of WST ETH while it is deposited as collateral. So I'm still earning yield on that $4,000, but in addition, I'm also able to borrow the STAR stablecoin as debt to take out and then utilize in other yield farming opportunities. Now, there are different vault caps, so there is not an unlimited opportunity to do this. Additionally, there is a minimum net debt that you must take out, so you can't open a very small position. There is that minimum debt that you do have to take out. But the most amazing thing about Preon, in my opinion, is that there is no interest on your loan. That is, on the debt that I have accrued, the STAR stablecoin that I have borrowed, there is zero interest on that debt. Instead, Preon charges a flat fee that increases linearly up to a maximum fee. So for both ST-MATIC and WST ETH, that maximum fee is 8% of what I have borrowed. So 8% of around $2,000. Now, I only ever reached that full 8% after about 6 months. So I have 6 months to earn back that 8%, or I can close my position sooner, which will result in a less than 8% fee. Remember, it will increase linearly over that 6-month period. So if you close early, you do not have to pay the full 8%. And then if I maintain that debt past the 6 months, there is no additional fee. So that really incentivizes me to keep my collateral in there, keep my debt active and earning yield, because after I earn back that 8%, everything is profit past that point. And again, depositing collateral, adjusting your position is very easy, takes only a matter of seconds to minutes. It really is fast. And this was how I was able to increase from $6,000 to $9,000. Of course, you can also close your position and you need to make sure you have enough STAR to pay back in order to close that, but you can always reduce your debt if you find that you are getting too close to liquidation, if the market price of these assets drops too low, for example. Of course, if the market price of these assets goes in the other direction and actually increases, and with the added yield over time from these yield-bearing assets, I may actually be able to borrow more STAR while still being able to maintain a reasonable LTV. So that is the benefit of having these yield-bearing assets as collateral. So then the next question is, well, what do I do with the STAR that I have borrowed in order to earn yield? And the answer is that I go to Sphere's yield maximizer, which is Dyson. Now, on Dyson, through Aerodrome on the base chain, they have their USDC STAR liquidity pool. And you can see I have all of the assets deposited there earning yield. Currently earning 59+% APY, or a daily ROI of about 0.17%. Now, this is after fees, so what you see is what you get. And if we click into this position and go to details, you can see a breakdown of my earnings. So this is my actual yield, my actual earnings over time. You can see what my LP is currently worth and what I had initially deposited as. And you can see the total amount of rewards plus market changes that have contributed to my overall profit. Down here, you can see my total profit. This is what I have actually earned from the vault. And just in the time I've had this open, I've earned almost 5% ROI. I have not opened this that long, really just about a month ago when I put in my initial deposit. I've already earned over $100 on this position. So this is why I am saying I am able to turn $6,000 that is actively being farmed into $9,000 that is actively being farmed. I am 1.5xing my ability to earn yield on my funds simply by using Preon and Dyson to automatically farm and auto compound those returns. This is a stable pool. I am able to withdraw at any time. Say, for example, I need to pay off some of my loan because I'm not comfortable with my LTV. I can easily do that. I can go to manage, and then I can go to withdraw and withdraw the full LP or a portion of it. I can then use this link to go to the Aerodrome vault where I can, after withdrawing from Dyson, I can remove my LP tokens and actually receive my STAR and USDC from Aerodrome, however much I need, and go back to Preon in order to pay off that loan, either on Polygon with the ST-Matic or Arbitrum with the WST ETH. And another thing is that Preon itself has a built-in bridge through layer 0, so I can send that STAR from Polygon to Arbitrum to Base any which way I need to, so that it can all go to the same place or where it needs to go. The only thing I would mention about this is that sending to and from Polygon does take a little bit of time, more like 20 minutes or so. But sending from like Arbitrum to Base is like almost instantaneous. Same if I need to send from Base to Arbitrum, it's almost instantaneous. It's just the Polygon transactions, because of the Polygon chain, that do tend to take a while. But rest assured, after you sign off the transaction for the bridge, it is going, it's doing its thing. You just need to be patient. It'll show up in your wallet. So yeah, again, in a nutshell, that is how I have turned $6,000 actively being yield farmed into $9,000 actively being yield farmed. Of course, this comes with risks. This is a collateralized debt position. I am at risk for liquidation. I have to keep an eye on my LTV for these positions. So you have to be smart with respect to this. It is not risk-free, but it is absolutely a way to amplify your yield farming potential. Full disclosure, I do work for Sphere. I make educational videos for Sphere on Sphere TV, Sphere's YouTube channel. But as you can see, I also utilize these Sphere projects, and I think that they are really awesome, and not financial advice, of course, but just showcasing what I have done and how it is working for me. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you learned something. Links will be in the description below for both Preon and Dyson. Let me know if you want to see a full tutorial or breakdown on how to do this, for example, through Aerodrome as well. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.